What's going on, everybody? My name is Joey naTO, and this is another episode of The Breakdown. Today we're going to break down Dame Drop's Savage Sundays Week 7 track. If you haven't seen it, the link is in the description box below. If you like this video, hit it with a thumbs up. Definitely leave some comments and everything like that. And we're just going to get into it. So first of all, I want to tell you a cool little fact about this beat. Well, it's not really cool. It kind of just is what it is. But this beat was made back in 2012. Either 13 or 12. I'm pretty sure it was 12 though. So this beat is a really old beat, but the first thing I always do when I'm looking for beats for a song that I know I need to do a beat for is I look through my old ones and see if I can revamp them a little bit, like beef them up a little bit. So that's pretty much what I did here, except I left everything as it was. This beat was just good back then and it's good now. Yeah, that drop is crazy. So let's break it down. Let's see how we did this. So you can see everything on the screen here with me. You can see my cursor move and everything. So the main arpeggio. So this is an arpeggio that I created. Now I made it with this synth sound. Okay, everything's out of order. That's cool though. It's like it's a squared sine sound, squared sound. Man, I'm homeschooled when it comes to this terminology and everything like that. So the main sound sounds like this. That's what my school bell used to sound like. So it goes up, as you can see. It doesn't descend, it just ascends the whole time. So the notes are it goes boom, 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 boom. And then I just take that same sequence and then I just rise them up an octave. So it goes. Yeah. So sorry, I get excited when I hear it. So it goes like that. It stops really quick for the breakdown. Now another thing going on right here is I put a little filter on the EQ here. So you can see it down here. Okay, it's here. So the frequency, I believe it's the frequency we're talking about here. That's down. And then, yeah, okay. So it's just a matter of it being on and off. So the frequency is down a little bit. You see, yeah, I don't know my terminology that well. This is pretty funny. But basically, it's an effect that's on it that makes it sound a little bit more muffled in the beginning. Sorry about that. Every time you see me do this, that means I can't hear it anymore. It's a glitch. So it's down, and then you see when the beat drops, it's way more brighter and a lot higher in EQ on the high end of it. So that I just have it all muffled for the intro, a little bit. So then transition. That's what I put for this sound here. Who did I steal that from? Who's the YouTuber I took that from? Anthony Fantano. Okay. All right. So shouts to him for that. So here is the snare sound, which sounds like this when it's at its regular stage. Pretty cool snare there. I think it was in obviously it was in the Superstar / Vibe kit. So I put down the length on it. And then I turned down the tone so it wouldn't be so harsh on the ear. And you can see I turned down the volume a little bit too. And then I just did a pitch bend on it. So that's what makes it go. So you see the pitch is done right here. The automation for that is done right here. So as you can see, you can watch the knob go down. Isn't that amazing? All right, so that's the only transition sound there was. It was so simple that when the drop came in, it was just so much more impactful. Love it. All right, so what is going on here? So the arpeggio, the main sound is the same, except it's just brighter. So we already know that. So aside from that, we have a main deep synth sound here. So this is providing the dopeness for the track. So I think the way I want to present this to you is the dopeness for the track. I guess that's what it's doing. So this is the same notes. It's just another synth that makes it sound a little wider and a little bit more full. But this is what it sounds like without it. Still cool. Still cool. You can still vibe to it. But when that deep synth sound is in there, it makes a big difference. So what it is just that bass note. And the reason why I chose that first bass note is because, sorry, that first note in the arpeggio. So they just both hit in at the same time. And so I had it just last. And that's just to, you know, take a break in the action, so it's not just the same thing the whole time. If it was that note the whole time, I don't even know what that would sound like. Let's see. Just with the arpeggio and I guess the drums. If you're like me, then you like that way better with the dun 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 dun. So the first time it goes, I'm sorry, it doesn't go like that. Yes, it does. And then the second time goes. So it just sounds like progression moving on. Then I think, is this my favorite part of the beat? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it goes. So it just sounds so hyped, and it just adds into the transition of going into the next part of the beat when it gets those high notes. See, these monotype synth sounds, when you play another note at the same time, it just cancels out the other sound, and it just kind of like meshes together. So you can't really make a chord out of these instruments, which I think is kind of interesting. Okay. One day I'll learn exactly why that is, but for now, well, all right. So, I guess we'll go down to the drums. So in the drums here, if you, I think this is kind of like my go-to little kit for hyped up drums that I made on my own. Because I use these same type of drums in the Savage Sundays Week 5 beat. So it's this dope cymbal that I like a lot. That snare, that trappy snare. Then you know I can't just have one hi-hat. I gotta have 3 different hi-hats, just all working together. A reverse cymbal, a little rising effect, and then a reverb clap. You know I like those reverb percussion sounds in there too. So I mean the cymbal is following along with the 808s. So you see the 808s with a little supporting kick under it go like this. So it goes doom doom doom. So that way the cymbals land on the doom doom. Because if you take away that middle doom, it'd be So the cymbals right here. You see how the cymbals hit in when the 808s hit in? Not in every single one, because that would get kind of a little too, in my opinion. Maybe that would sound kind of cool. I don't know, at the time in 2012, I didn't think it sounded cool. Alright, so where they officially come in without the 808s, the drums officially come in right here. And you'll notice the kick isn't there because it's with the 808 drum part. So I mean, we got the cymbal as we talked about. Snare is in a very standard spot right in the middle of the measure, and then we got the hats. Oh, hold on. Yo, my bad. It like I clicked the wrong button and I stopped recording and I freaked out and I cried, but now we're back. All right, so we got the hats here. 32 note hats, and then we got, see how that other hat like makes it bounce a little bit, and then that last one is just, you can barely hear it, but it's just keeping it moving is the best way I could say it. Love those reverb claps, makes that snare slap so much harder. So this is it without it, with it. Yeah, I love it. All right, so that's pretty much the main drum rhythm throughout it, and then the ghost drums, they're the same, pretty much the same drums. They're actually very unnecessary, but I think I just wanted it to sound more hyped up and grittier, and I think those drums helped out with that. So the 808s, not much going on there. In fact, I think because this was an older beat, the 808s are probably out of tune with the beat, but it doesn't really matter because it just helped. I don't know. Sometimes I know a lot of people disagree with this, but sometimes out of tune 808s just make it sound a little dirtier. You know what I mean? So it's this kick working with these 808s, and it's just very standard. Apparently, this one comes in at some place. I don't see it. Doesn't look like it comes in. All right, so moving on. When the beat drops out, that snare, those little soft drums happen there, and that's just an 808 and a clap. That's it. See, I make the clap velocity rise a little bit. Didn't make a big difference. I didn't understand back then that a rising clap sound. This is before the DJ Mustard and all that. So come on, this is this rising clap sound here. It needs a volume. Whatchamacallit? A volume level automation on it. So if I did it with the right way now I know better, I would have done it like this. Or maybe even, that sounded a little off kilter. I think I would have it rise a little bit more. I probably would lower it a little bit. It was kind of loud. In the grand scheme of things, that would sound a lot better, but that's okay. We live and learn. This is what we do. Alright, so now the hyped up effects that are in there are kind of self-explanatory. It's just a blowhorn and those what's going. That's what causes the good. That really helps on the drop when it goes. That really helped out. Transition, we already went over that. Excuse me, I am dying. And then we got the dirty low synth. So the low synth, this is what I wanted to talk about earlier. So this main synth, cool. Now check this out. If you're listening in headphones, you'll hear that, and it just gets really a lot wider. So again, this is it without it. This is it with it. And then to amp it up even more, I put in this other like low synth. Somebody that knows how to mix, like an engineer that knows what they're doing, will say that sounds like trash. They're all clashing. It sounds muddy and everything like that. Yeah, but then the 808s are hitting so hard that it drowns out a lot of the muddiness. So here, let me show you. So it's like, where does it come in? When the 808s hit, it kind of like eliminates the details a little bit. Is that cheating? You be the judge. So, this is the beat all together. Let's listen. It's all about the development and the transition of the beat. Alright, so how the ghost drums working. Soft drums. Working with the dirty low synth. Go through the drop through and miss it down. Whatever Dame did there. So it's a really hyped up, loud, ignorant beat pretty much overall. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the breakdown of Savage Sundays week 7. Damn, week 7. We ain't stopping. Matter of fact, tonight, because it's like 1:36 over here, I plan on getting down with Savage Sundays week 8 instrumental. I got some little ideas for it. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off or not. But I'm going to try to make this one the dopest one yet. I know people were commenting on Dame Drop's channel about Savage Sundays week 7, saying, this is the dopest one yet, week 7, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. We're going to just try to up the ante every time. So that's pretty much it, man. Thank you for listening. Like I said, the original video of Savage Sundays description box below. Leave comments. If you like this video, hit it with a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for, man? All right, cool. Appreciate y'all. This has been The Breakdown. naTO.